Today we're going to show you and talk just a little bit about our bread and butter, what makes us the most money day in and day out. We're going to show you those items and you'll see what they sell for right now. Hey, it's Don, the Auction Professor. Today we're going to show you some of the items that we sell and where we make a majority of our money. I do believe everything I'm about to show you we paid $1 or less for. And you're going to see some nice values in these. These are just a random assortment of items that we sell. No particular order. These are just from the last few days or so of items that sold. So let's hop over there now and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here we are with the first item. This is a World War I 78 RPM record. The song that's the hit on this one is Wait Till You Get Them Up in the Air. It's an air combat related song. Nice disc here. $37.50 is what it sold for. V plus to E minus is a very nice condition. You can tell by the gloss on the record. This one plays fine from start to finish. $37.50, as I said, plus they paid for postage. Next one here is a Shirley Temple real photo, real picture postcard, and we sold it for $30. Nice sale again. I bought a bunch of Shirley Temple items. This, as well as many other of her postcards, were in that lot. Here we have a 1940s, 50s Riverside, California label from a roller rink, advertising the roller rink. This one did sell for $34.50. Not in great condition, but still, it's a very scarce item. Most of these paper items would have been stuck on something, and you just don't find them today. Now, here we have an ashtray from a local area. This is St. Joseph's, Michigan. This is the Paramount Die Casting Company. It's chrome with some sort of blue highlights on it. The reflection off of this was just awful, trying to get a good image of it. We just let it ride like this. It sold for $24.50. No problem at all. Now here we have a 1909 Ragtime sheet music. This one did sell for $18.50. This was a free pickup, as well as thousands of other ones that we've been selling lately, constantly. So it's just a real nice example of early ragtime. Now here's a luggage label from the Majestic Hotel in Shanghai, China from about 1920. This is a fairly scarce one. We took $70 on this. Now, most people don't pay attention to these small pieces of paper, but in all honesty, my bread and butter constantly is paper. It takes up no space, it's easy to wrap, and I can get it for almost nothing. Now, here we have an 8x10 actual photograph of some military aircrafts in flight, probably circa 30s, 1940s-ish. It did sell for $18.50. We sell these constantly. Weekly, sometimes I can sell a dozen or more of these style of photos. All different, but it's a good genre of items to sell in. Now here we have a transformative trade card. You would fold it and it would form a different picture. Let's see if you can see it. He would just pretty much change, and this shows how good their overalls are. This one sold for $100. It's been up for a little while, so I'm fairly happy with that. Now the person who bought this buys from me all the time. They've been buying from me for a year or two probably at this point. So I don't mind taking less when it's a repeat customer, because over the long run, I do very well with deals like that. So $100 I'm very happy with. Next one here is an advertising sticker for a teacher of the violin. Now this is Professor Augustine Genthert, and it's a fairly scarce item. I took $25 on it. It's been up for a little while, and again, like the last item, this person buys 3 or 4 items from me every other week, routinely for probably almost 3 years now. I know his name by heart. We talk. I know personal things about some of my clients, obviously. He buys these all the time, so I don't, again, mind taking less for them. This is a huge profit margin item for me. Again, everything we are showing you, I paid $1 or less for. Now this next one is a 1901 menu from the Indochina Steamship Navigation Company. It's from the SS Long Sang, and now that's one of their steamships. This ship was sunk during a hurricane in, I believe, like 1923. Loss of life was horrendous on this. Anything from this ship can go for some very good money. And this is actually the second one of these I have sold. The last one went for $250. This one sold for $200. Very happy with that. These are items that just don't show up, but this is a handwritten one. Somebody just hand wrote this out. Nothing fancy. The printed ones are usually the ones you want that were printed for the ship itself. Very happy again, as I said, I have almost nothing into this one as well as the one that we already sold from this. Now, I talk about items that people just throw away all the time and have for a century plus. This is a cigarette box. It's been opened, it's been used, it's missing part of it. I took $100 on it. It's been up for a little while. That's about the average price. I usually throw some higher price out when I'm not 100% sure on the prices of specifics like this. Now, after having this up for a little while, that's a very good price to get out of this. So I'm very happy with that. This person also bought a couple more of these and has been buying one for me every couple weeks. This is another one. It sold for $125. Again, very happy with it. It has a tax stamp. It is about complete also, so I can't really knock the price on those, especially when I have almost nothing into it. Now here we have a Hawaiian Airlines luggage label, probably 1940s or 50s by the outrigger canoe that's shown on the front, and the color scheme, it did sell for $17.50. Now these are very popular. They're getting harder and harder to find these days, but I always sell these no matter what. Now this next one I bought in a haul, and I don't remember what I paid for it, $5 maybe. We sold it for $25 plus shipping, very happy with that. It wasn't up for maybe 4 weeks at the most, so you can't beat it. This is a Gerber Plastics 1950s anthropomorphic cute little baby monkey, I guess you could say. It's a squeak toy as well. Just a nice example of mid-mod century toys. Now here's another luggage label. I took 15 on this one. It's not a very popular airline. Brazilian International Airlines just isn't that big. It doesn't have a huge market or a collector's field for it. So $15 is fine. It's been up for a little while. I have nothing into it hardly. So for that, I'm making a really good profit margin across the board on that. Now here we have an early Edison Jazz. Now Edison wasn't fond of jazz at all. He liked old country style music, I guess you could say. Nothing wrong with specifics if that's what you like, but he never pressed much jazz. So this one's worth more than most. This is a standard Edison disc. If you don't know your old records, that is how the label should look on these. It's actually engraved into the face of the disc. These are thick discs, 1/4 inch or thicker in some cases. Most people aren't familiar with these. They actually sometimes play from the inside out also. Most of these will only play on an Edison player. I took $30 on this one. Very happy with that sale. Again, I pay $1 or less for almost any one of these 78s that I sell. Now, this last one here did sell for $57.50. This is a reel-to-reel tape. Now, I showed this in a haul. I paid $5 for a whole bunch of these. At this point, we're over $1,000 back from that $5 purchase. They're not fancy. They don't look like much. Most people don't mess with classical, but I do incredibly well with most of these style of classical, whether it be LPs, 78s, or even reel-to-reels. But that's what I have for you today. Well, there you are. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.
Charges, receipts, invoices, statements, taxes, budgets, paperwork, pollution. There's just no getting around it. Okay then, get through it. Now from Sharp, maker of the world's most complete line of electronic calculators, the LC8. World's smallest electronic calculator by Sharp. Price tag to match. Works anywhere on battery or plug-in. LC8. Small, fast, silent. Ends paperwork pollution. LC8. World's smallest electronic calculator by Sharp. Price tag to match. $345, complete. See it.